J thing. So there are four things I'm covering in the first part of this gateway, and it's what's the theme of my gateway, what do I do gateways, what are the habits of heart and mind, and just the overview of my gateway. So the theme of my gateway, which I don't know if we were supposed to have a theme or not. I remember that seniors were. So just in case we did need to have a theme, I made my theme God is dead, and we killed him, or maybe he's just abandoned us. Actually, I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist. Why? So yeah, why do we do gateways? We do gateways. We do gateways because it's a way, instead of doing finals or whatever for like a test to show how good we did in the classes, we do gateways. We do gateways as a way of give a way to show off what we did this school year, in a more interactive way. So the overview. Wait, okay, those slides are mixed up. In my gateway, I'm going to be talking about 3 habits of heart and mind: expression, reflection, and action. Not in that order. And so, anyways, what are the habits of heart and mind? You have action, reflection, evidence, care, inquiry, perspective, and expression. I think I might have had expression on there twice. If I did, the other one was supposed to be evidence. I thought I changed it. It's about me. I like this image. It's funny. He looks like he's tripping. I wonder what he drank. Anyways, in all seriousness, this is me in a picture I took for one of my friends. For some reason, I don't remember why. Some stuff I've done outside of school, just for fun, was I went to my first concert, which was the Black Veil Brides concert. It was awesome, and it was hard to hear the next day, and also hard to talk. And then I also went to Innings Festival up in Phoenix with my dad and one of his friends. And so this is a picture I took of me, my dad, and his friend. Or a picture my dad took, but a picture of the festival, the main stage at the festival. It was a fun festival. I got to see Foo Fighters live. That was right before their drama passed, so now I'm glad I got to go to that. These are some of my favorite bands. I don't know why I just make this like an automated slide. So those are some of my favorite bands. Actually, maybe on next Wednesday, I might go see Lorna Shore up in Phoenix, which is awesome, and I'm really excited about that. Or Tempe, but yeah. And then I have made some bands that I've started writing music for, but haven't written any full songs yet because I don't finish projects. I just start them. There are some bands. I don't know. When will they all? There we go. This is just this band, the same thing. I just made different logos for them. Why not? One of them is deathcore, extreme metal. The other one is less extreme metal. Yeah. So habit number 1, action. For action, I chose guitar. This is a rough approximation of my guitar and performance, because performance is running, and running is movement, and movement is action. So, what does action mean to me? To me, action can mean the physical action, running, jumping, playing guitar and stuff, but also taking time to actually do something. There have been times where I've been sitting and I'm that'd be a good song lyric. Too bad I'm too lazy to write it down. And that is an example of me not taking action. But in more recent weeks, I've started taking action more prominently. So, yeah. Artifact number 1. For artifact number 1, I put guitar. So the songs that I learned this semester were Pipeline by The Ventures, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, and American Idiot by Green Day. And I learned all those songs, but I haven't gotten perfect at them yet, which is something I'm kind of sad about. But yeah, I'm still proud of the work I've accomplished. I've gotten really far into Green Day. Yeah. This is a very cute picture of me with my guitar. And then also that same guitar, but in different colors. I couldn't find this one on the internet. So yeah, since quarantine began, I've gotten more and more into rock music. At the beginning of quarantine, I didn't listen to rock music at all, and now it's the main thing I listen to. But I've been in love with guitar since like June of 2021 or something. I don't know. That's when I decided to create my first band, which I've now scrapped. I can't tell you how many bands I've scrapped. I swear to God, it's like 15. Anyway, so play performance and health and wellness was artifact number 2, because in play performance I ran around a lot, and those are also just like the same class. So like yeah, like they were just I went to one day and another one the other. So that was yeah. Play performance is like one of my favorite classes. I get to run around and jump and play games, and it's awesome. And I get to do it with friends. So some of my favorite things that we did were we played a game called Syndicate, which was like you collect snowballs, which are money, and then cash that money in for like stuff to help you beat the game. And the game is like they're also police officers and they're trying to arrest you. It's a very complicated game that I can't condense into like a 20-second explanation. We also did a giant obstacle course that we ran around it and multiple times, and at the end of it, my asthma was very much acting up and I was in pain, but it was awesome. It's very worth it. I was like one of the fastest people in the class, and it made me happy. And then we also did like an Olympic Games type thing at the beginning of this semester and at the end of this semester, where we measured like how much we'd grown over the entire semester. And so it was fun. I improved on most of my scores except for the one where I would hang from where I'd hang from hoops, because I'm bad at upper body strength. I think I got like 13 seconds for the first time and like 8 seconds for the second time, so drastic decrease. But I was also, if Liam had been there that day, I wouldn't have been the fastest, but I was the fastest person, or second fastest person, or no, wait. There was something where I was the best at it. Or no, I jumped the highest. So yeah. So performance was fun because I got to run and jump around, as I've explained before. I also have been hit in the face many times by balls. Cough. But it was fine because like I had a headache afterwards, but also I got hit in the face. To quote Troy, I was like, at first, I was like, oh no, but then I was like, this is a story. Habit number 2, expression. What does expression mean to me? So to me, expression means, like the ability to express yourself. It's something that I, like, in recent months, gotten really into. Like, I've started writing music, I've started playing guitar more often, and like not just like learning songs. I mainly, with guitar, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm mainly noodling around with it. So like I have, I have created a lot of bands, so many of them. I think I've had like 3 solo side projects as well. I don't know why, but yeah. So it's very confusing. I love music. Music is my passion. I want to make music for a living. But I also like expressing myself. Like I love Star Wars, and so like all the time, my dad and mom can attest to this. All the time I'll go outside or run around the house with my toy lightsabers or a broomstick that I pretend is a lightsaber, and I just pretend I'm in Star Wars. So I like expressing myself through that manner too. So anyways, for artifact number 3, I've picked the play that we're putting on tomorrow in drama class, which is going to be fun, but also terrifying. I'm going to be in front of a group of people, and it's going to be big, and I'm forgetting my lines already. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. In this, I get to play a character named Jimothy James. That's like my favorite part about this. I get to play a character that was originally named Jim James, but I renamed him Jimothy. And he's like he's just like this big, like, wannabe like tough like basketball player, but he's really just like this nerdy kid who's really tall for his grade. So this play we like sort of already had, but we have made a lot of changes to it. So I made a lot of changes to my dialogue, and I'm proud of what I made. And acting in general it's expression. You're expressing like a different side of yourself or a different like person that you like being or whatever. I don't know how to describe it. I'm like freezing up all the time right now, so sorry if I'm stuttering. There was supposed to be a picture here because I thought my gateway was going to be on Thursday, so I was going to have one of my parents take a picture of drama and then just send it to me so that I could put it here. But I didn't get to do that, so yeah. Let's have it. Number 3, reflection. This is one of my old band logos. It looks like the Anarchy Eggs. It was supposed to be a spoof on it. Yeah, that band's dead. So what does reflection mean to me? To me, reflection means, it's like what it sounds like. Reflecting on like what you've done and like how I've been this and with my SLC, I was reflecting on my my school year and like what I've been doing and so like how I done. So this school year like hasn't been the best, but also it has because like I feel like I've done better this year than I usually do. But also I still didn't do that well. I got distracted a lot. Submitted a lot of my work last second. Submitted a little more of it after the last second. Anyways, yeah. So my artifact 4 was my SLC. The thing I chose was my SLC because my SLC. At first I started off with my SLC being big blocks of text where I would just sit up here and read, And but on the night before, my dad helped me like rework my entire SLC so that it looked sort of like this one, but not as cool. And I didn't discover this awesome font until then, and I chose a darker color for this gateway. And like, so there were like, I used reflection, but I used reflection for that because I was reflecting on what I'd done in the first semester. I was reflecting on what I'd done in the at the beginning of first quarter semester, whatever. Yeah. This is terrifying. So why I use this for reflection? I use it for reflection because I went back and looked at all my previous assignments, and I picked out what I did really good on, and also what I did really bad on, what I didn't do, what I was like ashamed of, or what I like thought how much I in that I ranked how much effort I put into that class. I didn't do that with this one. I didn't think about that. This one I just took more of a here's what I've done approach. But yeah, so this was a slide from my SLC where I was talking about my personal narrative in English, and right after that, the slide after that was describing how badly I did in English because I wasn't that good of an English student as. I would try and do the work in class and fail, and then go home and my parents would ask me how my day was, and I'd be like, it was fine, and then not tell them that I had work to do. So, yeah. Then artifact number 5 was my gateway. We were technically only supposed to have 3 artifacts, but I decided to put this one in just because, like, I feel like this also does exemplify reflection because this entire time I've been reflecting on how well the school year's been and how also, like, up and down it's been. It's just like overall I feel like it's been a good year, really fun. There were some low points when like when I didn't do any of the work in English or that stuff. I almost didn't get to go to prom because of it. I got this suit for prom, and then right afterwards was like my parents found out that I did this, and they were like, "You might not go to prom," and I was like, "Oh no, this is a really expensive suit." Suits are expensive. I didn't realize how much they cost. So yeah, I chose this as well because collecting. It's the same reason I chose my SLC. I'm not gonna go through it again. These are some slides from later in the SLC. Although later in the SLC, these things will have a red box around it. These are sort of old slides. They still look like that, just a bit different. So how have I grown this year? This year I started off thinking the best way to do an SLC or gateway was to make big boxes of text and read. And I have done that a bit with this because I'm terrified of looking at other people while I'm doing this. That's why I'm only looking right here because I'm like, oh wait, I need to look at everyone else. And then when I do, I'm like, oh god, I can't talk. So thank you, Mom, for being the thing my eyes go to. and also like at the beginning of this year, I was like, you know, I feel like I was like slightly more immature than I am now, but like I haven't matured that much. I don't think I ever will mature that much. I hope I don't. Being immature is fun. But like I started this year with like 2 friends, and I'm ending this year with I don't know how many. So I'm proud of myself. I've grown and talked to people that I don't like talking, or that I don't like. I don't like talking to people that I don't know. Once I get to know them, I'm fine with talking to them. But like, I don't know. I describe myself as an extroverted introvert. I'm probably wrong about that, but yeah. Out of school endeavors. This is a slide that I added last minute. So out of school, I talked about going to the concerts and stuff. But I've also I'm starting to do a thing with my dad over the summer, where I'm gonna run a Twitter account. Metal Heart. Oh man, I thought I stretched the text box out wide enough. Dang it. That's supposed to say Metal Hearts Democracy, but I am bad at typing, so yeah, I have started a Twitter account with my dad called Metal Hearts Democracy. It all started because he wanted to make merchandise, and jokingly, I said you should make some merchandise in a Deathcore logo, because Deathcore logos are unreadable. They are just like, they look like someone tossed a bunch of sticks on the ground. I was like, new band name. And so, like, I started this with my dad, and then my dad is doing an internship over the summer where there's like, I think me and 2 other people are doing an internship with him where we run a Twitter account. I'm doing Metal Hearts Democracy, and one of my friends from outside of the school is doing Star Wars Hearts Democracy, because we're both huge Star Wars fans, so I'm gonna work on that sort with him. But like I have when I started my personal Twitter account like 2 years ago, it's currently at 50 followers, and I started this one in April of this year, and it's already this was from I took the screenshot yesterday, and it's already at over 2,800 followers. It's insane how big this thing has grown. I got like a video. It's technically a cameo video, but my dad paid for a video from one of my idols, Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, to talk about it. I don't actually have the video, because if I watch it, I'm gonna cry. It makes me really happy. So I made this, and I'm gonna work on this over the summer, make more Twitter posts and stuff. I've made I think 2 posts. So I'm gonna learn how to run a Twitter account. I'm gonna make a LinkedIn page, that's like the least exciting part of this. I'm gonna have LinkedIn. So yeah, I feel like there's been more stuff that I've done, but I can't remember it. I started learning bass. That's about it. And I only did that because I like guitar and bass and all that stuff. So next year and beyond. Next year, I'm gonna be a sophomore. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. I don't know exactly what I know that I want to go to college. I don't know what I want to study. I'm torn between systems engineering and law, because a music degree is not helpful. Music theory is dumb, so I'm not going to learn music theory. But yeah, so but I do want to go to college. I want to I kind of want to learn law purely because my mom might teach law, so I want to take a class taught by my mom. That sounds fun. And then, I want to go to college. I want to learn something that'll help me in the real world. That'll help me with my music. I feel like law can help with that, but also I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna be running this Twitter account over this summer. I'm gonna be running this account for as long as I can. I'm gonna continue making music with my friends. I'm gonna continue learning to play instruments. I'm gonna do all that stuff. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I want to act, but also I can't act. I want to be a horror actor, but also I don't want to just be a horror actor. But also I can't act. I can't say woo in a weird way. I can't do a woo. I can't. So I learned that while I was trying to do this play. I just gave up on it. I just changed the words. So anyways, people that I'd like to thank. First of all, my parents, who are up in this front row. This is a picture of them. And then me with the receding hairline. I had a receding hairline that picture.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, so this is, I want to thank my parents because they've always been there for me, even like after they got divorced, they still were there for me. They're still friends. They talk all the time. Really goes to prove that exes can be friends. So, anyways, I love my parents. You guys are awesome. You paid for. This is the second spam call I've gotten in this gateway. Anyway, so I want to thank you guys that like supported me through this. You both have bought me instruments for this music thing, and like that's a gamble that with my ADHD I don't know if it's gonna pay off. Anyways, yeah. All my friends. I was gonna have a picture here of my friend group and I at prom, but I forgot to ask for it. So yeah. I want to thank my advisor, JD, who's in the back there, because he's been really helpful throughout all of this. He gave me feedback on my slides. He rescheduled my gateway when he couldn't make it to the later one. You've been an awesome advisor, so thank you. And then, honestly, I want to thank all my teachers as well. I couldn't have made it through this year without them. Same thing with my friends, by the way. I didn't specify that, but I couldn't have made this year without all you guys. You guys have been the best friends I could ask for. Thank you. Anytime I was stressed, you were always there for me. And sometimes you stare at me and make me laugh. And thank you, finally, to all of you for being here. And I know it's a cringy thing to say, but I don't care because I'm cringy now. If you know me, I am a very cringy person. My friends and family can attest to this. So I'm going to go ahead and say cringy things. So yeah, anyways, the end. I figured a slide like this would be a good ending. Questions? Okay, yes, Micah?
What was your favorite class?
My favorite class? I'm like torn between like 3 of my classes, which is also half of my classes. It's either science, performance, or guitar.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Okay.
Alright, now is when we do kudos. So, if anybody would like to express or say anything that JJ has helped them with, or, friend, now would be the time. Who would like to go?
Okay, Ari?
Okay, hi. You were choosing a band, so I'm gonna choose you right now. I like met you in drama, right? In the beginning of the year, and you were kind of this like kid that would just sit on the chair and like stare off into the middle of this like. I would ask you a question about your character, and you just like, I don't know. And I kind of just like watched you, like we became friends, and I kind of just watched you like grow throughout the year. I don't think you gave yourself enough credit to the growth part, just saying. Because now, sometimes I ask you a question, and you actually give me an answer. like you participate in drama to the point where you actually wrote a lot of your character, which is like really cool. You have some really cool ideas in your head. And when we're sitting at the park or here, like you actually participate in the conversations and say what you're thinking. And so you really have grown to express yourself more throughout this year. And I think that's really cool. So, how did you grow?
Thank you. Micah?
Well, I've been your friend since like 6th grade, right? And I've actually seen you grow a lot, and I'm proud of that because at the beginning, you were all over the place. I mean, you still kind of are, but less so. Like, you could not stick a full conversation, which I found hilarious, because I couldn't do the same. Yeah. And, yeah, I've just seen you grow, because now you can have a full conversation without being sidetracked.
Depending on what.
And,
If it's
front to back here.
Yeah, thanks. So, you know. Anyone else?
Anybody else? Well, I would like to say that it's definitely been a journey this year. You came in and you were reticent and definitely an introvert, just waiting to see kind of what was going to happen and how were things going to work out. But as much as you have not seen it or don't think so, you have grown as a young person and as somebody who has become more confident in themselves and in their ability. And it's been really good to see that you are growing into your own, and I hope it continues. And it's been good and funny and joyful and happy in our lives. So thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Anybody else? All right.
Few final slides. What even is this again? It's very strange. Alright, and then that's all. Thank you for coming, and have a great day.
All right.
What is that?